Brahma Gururvishnu Gururdevo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we are starting the text on Devi and it's titled Mayapanchakam. Panchakam meaning 5 and Maya, we understand it in different ways. One is as the delusory power. When we say the Maya is, we take the word Maya. Maya is taken as the delusory power which brings about delusion, which brings about distraction, imagination, infatuation, identification, makes us commit mistakes for no reason. That is Maya. Which another name for it is Maya is also known as prakriti. And then that prakriti is, when we use the word, some places they use Ishwar and Maya, some places they use Ishwar and prakriti. So when you use it as prakriti, then she is Trigunatmika. And meaning is the same. Whether you use Maya or you use prakriti, it's one and the same thing. And I'll tell you some more words. So as prakriti, she is Trigunatmika, and with the three gunas that she divides herself into is the sattva, rajas and tamas, and through that she appears as the variety of the world, and the being gets lost in that world, and but there it is taken as prakriti, and that prakriti has got no, prakriti is a undifferentiated aspect of the Ishvara. So only by the blessings of Ishvara, only because of the presence of Ishvara, if there is no Ishvara, prakriti cannot do anything. Yet there is another counter argument. Ishvara is called Ishvara only because of prakriti. Only because a man is called a husband only because of the wife. From that point of view. So she is the one who gives all the names to everything, including Ishvara. Without her, Ishvara is nameless. Without her, Ishvara is formless. Without her, Ishvara is Parabrahma Paramatma. But that Parabrahma Paramatma, that Paramashiva alone appears as Shiva and Ishvara and Prakriti, Shiva and Shakti, etc., etc. So you see, for this the example is, if you have been to Kalibadi. Have you been to Kalibadi in Calcutta, anyone? Or you must have seen somewhere that the Devi is standing on Shiva. Shiva is on the ground lying flat, and the Kali Mata is standing on top of him with her leg on top of his chest, with the trident and the tongue coming out, and she's going mad. So what is that? What does that mean? When we were young, we were very confused. We never understood what is this Shiva. She's trying to kill Shiva. But only many years later, we came to know the truth of that picture. And what is it? You know?
When Prakriti is in full form, Shiva is hidden.
No. That's okay. You can put it in that way, Hari Om Mama. Without Shiva, Prakriti cannot stand. You need a foundation for a house to stand up, no? If there is no foundation, how can the house be built? So, what is the foundation of Prakriti or the Shakti or the Maya Shakti? The foundation is Shiva. So, that picture denotes that. Yet, there is another aspect of another way that she's talked about is as adishakti. Adishakti. You heard that name also, isn't it? It's one of the names that comes in Adishakti Namaha, one of the names. So she's the primordial force. Shakti, force. So primordial force, that which is the first one, that which alone expresses as the various energies. All forces put together is the Adishakti. There is no force apart from the Adishakti. Force, when we talk about force, what is the force? The sattvic force, the rajasic force, the sattvic force, the tamasic force, the mental force, the physical force, the sun's gravity, that is also force. All energies in this universe, past, present, future, microcosm or macrocosm put together is called and is force. And the whole universe is functioning only because of this energy. Without energy, there is no universe. And what is, you can call it in another way, what is that energy? That energy is the energy of repulsion and energy of attraction. This is continuous. These two words, repulsion and attraction, they constitute all the energies in the universe. And all of them put together, when all these energies are in equilibrium, you understand? When the energy is, this is, finger broken. When the three energies are moving, the world comes about. When they become equilibrium means balanced, then the expression of the universe vanishes. See? And when these three energies become balanced, it is called as the Adishakti or the Prakriti or the Maya. Maya word is used for that which deludes. What is that because of which we see snake as a rope? It is Maya Shakti. What is Prakriti? The Prakriti is that which makes the one Parabrahma Paramatma appear as a Jeev Jagat Ishwar, expressed as Jeev Jagat Ishwar. And what is this Adi Shakti? Here it is taken as the force, aggregate of the total energies in the equilibric form is called the Adi Shakti. Then after that she becomes Shiva Shakti or Lakshmi Shakti or Saraswati Shakti or various, you can call them as the various energies at your along your Kundalini, or so many Shaktis are there. All Apsaras are all the Shaktis. Our mother is the Shakti. Our Prithvi is the Shakti. Every aspect of this creation has a corresponding force. Surya also has his wife. What is his wife's name?
Chaya.
First one. You only know the second one. Who's the first one?
Chaya opposite is
Sandhya.
that?
Sandhya. And because he did not give attention to her, then Sandhya says to Chaya, you go with the Surya, and then from that Shani Dev and etc. But Shakti we are talking about. I will not go into the story of that. But so every husband, man, woman, right brain, left brain, Ida, Pingla, when Ida and Pingla is in equilibrium, Sushumna, when all the three are in equilibrium, Samadhi. So in this manner, Hari Om. Namaskar. So in this manner, the Shakti, we have to understand, it appears as, we have to understand that it's not appearing. These are the three aspects of it that the Mahatmas have, or the scriptures have addressed. One as Maya Shakti, one as Prakriti, and one as Adishakti. So there is one more understanding about it, and that is that this Shakti, this Maya Shakti, or whichever way you take it, Prakriti or Adi Shakti, it is inseparable from the reality, from the Ishvara. Does Shakti appear in the Parabrahma Paramatma? Does the Shakti appear, express, manifest in the Parabrahma Paramatma? Yes and no. There are no straight answers to this. But from Parabrahma Paramatma point of view, because you cannot think from Parabrahma Paramatma point of view. You are born in this creation, you think only everything in dual, as separate, as differences. So what will be the vision of Parabrahma Paramatma towards everything? There will be no vision, because he is alone everywhere. How will he have there is no duality there. So how can he see? Yet this drama of duality is going on. And what is that drama? That drama is that one Parabrahma Paramatma, he appears to have or experience himself, or desires to experience himself. Why does he why does he desire? Why do you desire? Why do you desire to go to sleep? Why do you desire to go to school? Why did you desire to come here? Why did you desire to get married? Why do you desire to grow up? Why do you desire food? Why? Is there any answer? It just is. It is like that, isn't it? No. Oh, why do you desire to blink? No, I don't desire to blink my eyes. They happen. Oh, why do you desire hunger? I didn't desire hunger. Hunger happens. Why do you desire sleep? Yes, sometimes I do desire, but when it comes, then I desire it. So everything is happening, and similarly, this happening in the Parabrahma Paramatma to appear as two, appear as Ishvara and Shakti, this is happening. Different philosophies have talked about it in different way, but it is happening. And the fact is that the Ishvara, he is not deluded by his own Shakti. He is the master of his Shakti. He is not succumbing to his Shakti. He is doing the drama sometimes, no doubt. But essentially, Ishvara is that conscious principle. If we take individual as the conscious principle and Ishvara as the infinite or total conscious principle. What is the difference between the two? He is master of his Shakti. He is uninfluenced by his Shakti. Without him, the Shakti cannot express. It is intrinsic part of the Ishvara, inseparable from the Ishvara, just like Radha, Krishna, Sita, Ram. Whenever we chant any mantra of the Lord, always Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. So what is that Shri? Shri is that Shakti. then the Lord's name is taken. See? Because she is the one who is giving him name. She is the one who is giving him form. If you see the form, she is the one who is giving him the form. And in this manner, human beings continuously are caught up in their own, yesterday the point came that we are all caught up in our cyclical life. Animal, it may, a hen or a duck, it will go hungry, but it will feed its child. Similarly, human beings also, they will keep, in the name of duty, they'll keep doing their duties, to do this, to take care of their children, to take care of their family, to take care of the money, to take care of the loans, the repayments, the insurances, etc., 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 and it keeps going on. No, I have to do the good deeds. I have to do the positive, proper deeds. I want to live a dharmic life. Is it not important that I teach the samskaras to the next generation? Is it not our responsibility? Then your children will, when they grow up and become parents, they will say the same thing. Is it not our responsibility to teach the samskaras to the next generation? This has, when has it not stopped? It has been going on continuously. We have to get out of this cycle. So there are two ways. One is, either you contemplate on the Lord, the Ishvara, or we invoke the grace of the goddess. I'll tell you one story and that will make some sense. You heard the Kena Upanishad? Naam suna hai, story pata hai? In Kena Upanishad, the story goes that all the gods, they have just defeated all the asuras. And after defeating the asuras, they come back to the heaven and each one singing each other's glory. Yeah, who I killed so many. Did you see how many I killed in one go? The Varuna Devata is saying, see, in one wave I killed so many asuras. Then the fire element, Agni Devata says, what? Only so many. Didn't you see when I spread my tongues everywhere, how people, how the asuras died? And like this they were comparing with all the devatas. We were comparing and singing their own glory. And as they were singing their own glory and patting each other, yeah, man, you know, you did great. The other one says, you did great. Suddenly in the space there was an Akashvani. And the Akashvani said, you are boasting yourself so much. Let me see if you can come and destroy this blade of grass. And suddenly in the sky, outside the heaven appeared a blade of grass. Outside the hall of the heaven. How do you know? I was there. That blade of grass was there. And the person who's speaking, whose voice is coming, he is Yaksha Purusha. So the Varuna Devata goes, he says, hey, you guys don't worry, you know, he has just shown his power against the asuras. So he feels, I'm going to show it. Why should I allow others to show off themselves? I'll show off first. So he goes and he floods the blade of grass with the waters and nothing happens. It doesn't even get wet. It doesn't even get wet. And he tries and tries and tries. Eventually he gets exhausted and comes back, shrugs his shoulder. Who? Varuna Devata, god of waters, comes back and rests. Then the Agni Devata goes, he tries to burn the blade of grass. And many, degrees of heat he puts on the blade of grass. Nothing happens. The Agni Devata comes back and again shrugs his shoulders, accepts defeat. Then the Vayu Devata goes. Vayu goes and he creates a storm, hurricane and tornado and everything he tries. But the blade of grass doesn't even move because of the wind. As much power as he could exercise, but the blade of grass didn't even flutter. Again, he also comes back defeated. And all three of them look at each other. Yaar, ye kya ho gaya? We just thought we were the conquerors. The whole purpose of Yaksha Purusha, the God, Lord, coming to the heavens was to show to the gods not to be too proud, not to boast. God, Ishvara is always for both Asuras and Devatas. But Devatas are little bit more righteous than the Asuras. So these three, they and others, once they are defeated, they go to Indra, who is their boss, Indra Bhagwan, and they say, boss, there's something here, and we tried and used all our might and nothing was possible, and I don't know, maybe you should come and check it out, because we all have given up. So Indra Bhagwan comes and he goes. Now he already got the data. That's why he's the king. He's already got the data. Indra Bhagwan means the Lord of the mind. So he goes, because he knows that all his commanders, the Varun Devata, Agni Devata, Vayu Devata, they have already got defeated. He is already on a bit, alert. So when he goes there, the moment he goes there, he sees the blade of grass and he sees the Yaksha Purusha, and very next moment, the form vanishes. And he says, I saw something, but now I am not seeing something. There was something there. And instead of bringing out his Vajra to fight with who was there but now is not there, with someone who was there but now is not there, he stands there, folds his hands and says, I know I saw something, but now I am not able to experience it, and you must be someone great, because all the other four commanders, they could not defeat you, and I have come not to fight with you but to know who you are and surrender to you. And this is the acumen of the king. Soldiers fight, but the king can make that decision to fight or not to fight. So he chooses not to fight and instead surrender, knowing that there is some greater force which is beyond him. Indra is only in the mind. Force, the Ishvara is beyond. The Parabrahma Paramatma is beyond. And at that time, the point of telling this story is, as he stands there in submission, at that time, the Paramatma does not come. The Ishvara does not come. The Devi comes. The Devi, the Shakti, in the form of Uma. She comes and she says, I'm pleased with your attitude, with your humility. I will tell. Then he asks, who was that whom I think I saw, but very next moment he vanished? So like this, we get the glimpses of Paramatma, we get the glimpses in meditation, we get the glimpses of Ishvara in whatever form we have prayed to him, not because of Ishvara. That form, that experience happens because of the grace of the mother, grace of the Shakti, and then she reveals the secret of of the Ishvara or the of that Yaksha Purusha to Indra Bhagwan. This is what, and this principle was brought out in the Kena Upanishad. So this is another way that through the Devi we come to the infinite reality. Through the Devi. And what are the various paths by which you can come to the infinite reality? Because if I want something from the father, I'll please the mother. Mummy, daddy ko bolo na. Daddy ke paas gaye to, hey, don't mess around. Go and work. Go and study. Go and play. Go and help mummy. But mummy is soft. Anything you want, go to mummy. Mummy, your chapati was very nice. Bhaji was very nice. What do you want, beta? Can you tell daddy to get me a new laptop? Mummy, can you tell daddy? Indirect. Same way. This is another way. That we go to the Shakti, we go to the mother, and we ask without her blessings. We cannot come to abide with the reality. She has both the powers. She can take you away from the reality into the multiplicity, or she can bless you and dissolve the multiplicity and place you at the feet of the infinite. Now, to understand this, you are looking only at Shakti. But at an individual level, where will you look? I'm asking. At individual level, where will you look for the Shakti? Bolo? Where? Where will you look? Huh? No, it is there everywhere, so within you, but where? How will you identify where within yourself? As what?
Energy.
Everything that we do is Shakti.
Where is that energy?
Everywhere in our body.
Your focus is only on the body. Body is where? Okay, I'll keep asking questions, you answer. Where is the body?
Mind.
Huh?
Body is in mind.
Body is body is in mind as what?
Object.
What type of object? I'm just teasing you here, okay? Body is in mind as what object?
Imaginary object.
In what form?
Conscious.
As a thought.
As a thought.
Don't forget, everything in the creation you know only by way of thought. Correct. So this Shakti, so at an individual level, the mind can take, just like what I told you, Shakti can delude you or Shakti can deliver you. Understand? Similarly, that Shakti, that empirical power, that avyakta, that primordial matter, when we talk about it as energy, she appears at individual level as mind. All potentiality is in this mind. Just like the power of the total waters is in the wave. Because water outside and water in the wave is the same water. Similarly, if the wave can give up its identification as a wave and surrender to the ocean, then the total power of the ocean is with the wave, is there. Because waveness has gone away. Same way, our mind, because of its identifications, because of its delusions, because of its imagination, because of its error, has forgotten that it is of the nature of consciousness. This is the delusory power of the Maya. And as a result, he is searching for his completion. He is searching for his salvation in the marriage, in the children, in the possessions, in the emotions, in the relations, in the past, in the memories, in the pilgrimages. He is searching for that salvation everywhere. In the retreats. But where is he searching? He's searching for salvation. He's searching for salvation means completion. He wants to become whole. He wants to become complete. But alas, he doesn't know which way to go. The more he goes out, the more divided he becomes. And the more things he has to remember, the more things he has to collect, the more things he has to manage. Look at ourselves. How many texts you have read? How many satsangs you have listened? How many temples you have visited? How many yatras you have done? One more satsang going on, telling you the same thing. When is it going to conclude? When is it going to conclude? Because there is a basic error. And what is that basic error? Tell me.
Searching outside.
No, that is not the basic error. That is the effect.
We think we are incomplete.
We are thinking we are incomplete. We have accepted ourselves to be incomplete. We have accepted. And how we have accepted ourselves to be incomplete? I was born. I am only this body. That I have got these limitations. I only have these type of habits. I can't do more than that. I only have this power. I cannot. And we keep adding on to that list. And this way, somewhere, somehow, for some reason, each one of us has accepted that we are a limited being. And that main reason for that is having accepted I am only this body. Where did this delusion come from? That Maya. How does that Maya express? In two ways. First is delusion, you forget who you are, and second, delusion and illusion. Illusion, another word for illusion is projection. So first you forget that you are the Parabrahma Paramatma, and then you imagine I am only this Chota Atma, this choti body, this small body. So now, as this individual, deluded individual, he has only one faculty. Maya is everywhere, Ishvara is everywhere, Parabrahma is everywhere. Now we have to use whatever is there to come back to the whole. Now what do? We said that Shakti appears within this equipment or within us as the mind. So this is the only tool. Your Atma cannot think, Atma cannot imagine, Atma cannot read scriptures, Atma cannot be complete or incomplete. It is always as it is absolute. Atma cannot be called Atma also. Only mind is saying this is Atma. Only the word Atma is called to the Atma only by the mind. So this mind, this Shakti is now either helpful or destructive. Either it will take us away from ourselves or it will take us back to ourselves. Now look at Amrit Anubhav talks about it. Before we get into the verses. Amrit Anubhav says, the first chapter, you have read, anyone has read Amrit Anubhav? You have listened to Swamiji's lecture or read the book? The first chapter is Shiva Shakti Samavesh. Shiva Shakti Samavesh means that both Shiva Shakti are completing each other. Each one is equal part of the other. So there the story goes that Paramashiva, desiring to experience himself, that's how the story is, desiring to see himself, to experience himself, the moment that first desire appears, how can that which is complete have a desire? How can that water which is complete as water appear as ocean and wave? अरे हो रहा है क्यों नहीं हो सकता? Everything is possible. So why not in that Parama Shiva, the possibility of expression as Shiva and Shakti is there? It is the natural phenomena which is going on. You cannot stop it. You cannot stop the appearance of the ocean or the waves in the water. Similarly, we cannot stop the expression of Shiva Shakti in the Parama Shiva. It is happening. So because Shiva Shakti is expressing, has Parama Shiva become less? I'm asking. It is still complete. So that Shakti, now here are two, Shiva and Shakti. Shakti is this Uma, whom we talked about, Parvati or Gauri. She is standing in front of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is sitting in meditation. What is he thinking about? Oh, never say nothing. From devotion point of view, he is thinking of Sri Ram.
Sri Ram.
And why he is thinking of Sri Ram? Or in other words, if you don't take that angle, Lord Shiva is in meditation on his own essential nature. What is the difference between Ishvara and Jiva? Ishvara knows that he is Parabrahma Paramatma because he is not under the clutches of his Shakti. Individual does not know that he is Parabrahma Paramatma because he is under the control of his mind. When you become master of your mind, then there is no difference between you and Ishvara. Getting it?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
So this Shakti is standing in front of Shiva, who has been for years along. He is sitting with his eyes closed and meditating on his essential nature. That is Parabrahma Paramatma. You call it Ram, you call it Vishnu. That is how the Puranas tell. And Parvati Amma or Uma Devi, she is thinking, I am here, so, and that is her nature. She is waiting. This fellow is not opening his eyes. She is also, if you see Parvati, she is always beautifully dressed. She is beautifully dressed and looking beautiful. She is most beautiful one, and still this fellow is not opening his eyes. So she comes up with a trick. And what is the trick? She starts multiplying herself. This is from Amrita Anubhav. So she starts multiplying herself. She becomes Trigunatmika. And slowly the five elements come, the Devtas come, the space-time objectivity comes, and the whole universe keeps expanding. And as the world is expanding, remember, Parvati is his intrinsic power. Parvati is his inseparable Shakti of Shiva. So as this Shakti is becoming multi-pointed, Shiva has to open his eyes. If your mind has lot of thoughts, your eyes will open. That is called waking state or dream state, two places. So as she is multiplying and becoming multiformed, taking various forms, Shiva starts opening his eyes. Arey, my wife is so beautiful. And when you look at something beautiful, what do? When you go to the temple and look at the beautiful statue of Balaji or Shivalinga, what do? You close your eyes. You close your eyes, Shivji saw, oh, wonderful, wow. Back into meditation. And as he closes his eyes, again the manifestation of the Shakti goes back to unmanifestation. And this cycle keeps going on. Manifestation, unmanifestation, manifestation, unmanifestation. If this is happening with Lord Shiva, is it happening with you? Every day, waking and dream is the manifestation. Deep sleep is the unmanifestation. Because what is happening at macrocosmic level Same thing is happening at microcosmic level. You have to just recognize it. Our Shastras are not telling all this to confuse you. They are saying, Arey, you are not other than Ishvara. Wave is not other than the ocean. And ocean is not other than the infinite waters, the absolute. Ocean is not disturbed by the multitude of waves. And from the water's point of view, totally undisturbed. There is no sense of existence also of that. So when we are talking about Maya, then how do we take control of this Maya? How do we take control of our mind? That is the question. That is our sadhana now. Yesterday we went for the retreat. They did a lot of pumping and shaking and yoga and pranayama and chanting of Om. If their attention doing all that is not on the atmic essence, all waste. If your attention is only on the body, wasted weekend. If your attention is only on the mind, or only on the breath, doing pranayam, wasted weekend. If your attention is only on the control of senses, wasted weekend. Why? Wasted weekend, wasted life. If your attention is only on the mind, and how do you put attention on the mind? I'm asking. Can you put attention on the mind? Or can you put attention on the thoughts? You put attention on the thoughts. Have you ever seen the mind? You only know there are thoughts. Someone has told you that the thoughts are in the mind. You have never seen the mind. Anyone has seen? So when the doctor checks your thought wave there are some devices, they only see if the thoughts are coming or not coming, if the heart is pumping or not pumping. Heart you can see, but mind you cannot see. You have accepted that there is a mind. Yesterday I gave an example, remember? Remember the example? Your eyes illuminate the whole world, but the eyes cannot illuminate the eyes. Isn't it? The mind can imagine the whole world, but the mind cannot come to know itself. The moment it tries to know itself, the mind will vanish. The moment Shakti, so when we take it as Ishwar and Shakti, so now here we have to, this is where we are going wrong and the Shakti is going right. At the totality level, the Shakti is manifesting as Trigonatmika. Is it out of ego? Why is she manifesting? Why is she multiplying herself? Why is she multiplying herself? First is, it is her nature to manifest or unmanifest. Second,
Seek the attention.
to seek the attention of her beloved, Ishvara. If that is her disposition, what is the disposition of our mind? Are we thinking to please the Lord? Are we thinking to to experience the grace of the beloved, that is the Atma? Are we doing it for that purpose? Are we thinking every thought of the world to get the attention of the beloved, of the Atmic principle or the Ishvara? This is where we are going wrong. Think. सारे आंसर्स यही हैं. Answers are not outside. Then who is a seeker? Seeker is he who thinks, who does, who harnesses his energies, harnesses his thoughts, so that the grace of the divine comes to him, is bestowed upon him. So just like Shakti is continuously manifesting and unmanifesting to please the Lord. On one hand, it is her nature. Second hand, she is not doing it for herself. She is doing it because the Lord is there. Can she do manifest and unmanifest without the Lord, without the Ishvara? Not possible. Not possible. Similarly, our mind is also manifesting and unmanifesting as waking, dream and deep sleep. For whose sake are we doing it? Is it for the ego's sake or is it for the Ishvara's sake? This is where the difference is. Until we don't understand this, we go the wrong way. And as we invoke the Shakti, either through Kriya Yoga, either through Durga Saptashati. What is Durga Saptashati? Nothing but invoking of your Kundalini, or you do the Chandi Home, or you do the various Japa Sadhana. Bhakti Sadhana is nothing but Kundalini Sadhana. So Kundalini, you are raising your energy level. And what is that raising of the Kundalini? It is basically dissolving your individuality into the totality. Where does the consummation of the energy or that Shakti conclude? In the Sahasrar. And what happens after she concludes in the Sahasrar? She becomes one with everything. There is no individuality left after that. See? And in this manner, with this basic understanding, we go into the first verse. You can repeat after me, or you can better repeat, no? Nirupama nitya nirangsha keप्यखण्डे निरुपम नित्य निरशंक खण्डे मयि चिति सर्वविकल्पनादिशून्ये मयि चिति सर्वविकल्पनादिशून्ये घटयति जगदीश जीवभेदम् घटयति जगदीश जीवभेदम् त्वघटित घटना पटीयसी माया त्वघटित घटना पटीयसी माया. Together. निरुपम नित्य निरंश केप्यखण्डे मयि चिति सर्वविकल्पना दिशून्ये घटयति जगदीश जीवभेदम् त्वघटित घटना पटीयसी माया. पटीयसी नहीं, पटीयसी माया, लंबी यसी माया. It's long, दीर्घ ई, not raswa. Maya, which is skillful in accomplishing the impossible, brings about the distinctions of the world. And what is the distinction of the world? Distinctions of the world, Ishvara and Jiva in my consciousness, which is unique and eternal, partless and partless, and which is free from all distinctions. So, here, the basic premise is, I am complete. The student is saying, or the Shankaracharya, this is composed by Adi Shankaracharya, and he is saying, I am complete. Then all the divisions within me, and what are the divisions within me? What is my experience of the world as? It is Jeev, Jagat, Ishwar. These, just like these three stands of the camera, Jeev, if I take one stand out, the other two collapse. Same way, this whole world is a play between Jeev, Jagat and Ishwar. So, who brings it about? Here it says, Maya, which accomplishes the impossible. Is this whole thing there? No. Yet it is there. That is why it is an impossible. What do you mean? That my mind has created the whole world of Jiv Jagat Ishwar? It is an impossibility. It is unbelievable. Yeah, but that is what she is. She makes the impossible possible and the possible impossible. That is her quality. Who? Maya. And in this way, and she brings about, so even though everything is one, she makes it appear to me as Jeev Jagat Ishwar. See? And the Jeev Jagat Ishwara and world Ishwara and the Jiva in my consciousness. So in my own consciousness, now before we go ahead from here, you have to understand what is the difference between consciousness and mind. What is the difference between consciousness and mind?
Thoughtless mind is consciousness.
Thoughtless mind is consciousness. And consciousness with thoughts is mind. Opposite has to be true, no? So now tell me, if thoughts with consciousness is mind and mind without thoughts is consciousness, so is it like that? Or is the pure consciousness always pure consciousness in spite of thought or no thought? I am asking. Is consciousness always consciousness in spite of thought or no thought?
Yes.
Just like water is always water, whether there is ocean or wave or not, isn't it? So first understand this about yourself. So we use that statement, what you said, thought-free mind. Why? Chitta vritti nirodha iti yoga. That is a pathetic statement from a Vedantic point of view. We are not, but it is helpful. But we don't go to destroy our mind or dissolve our thoughts. We have to come to a point where appearance of thoughts or disappearance of the thoughts does not make me complete or incomplete. If I say Chitta Vritti Nirodha iti yoga, it means only when the thoughts are dissolved in my mind, then only I am complete. But that is not the truth. I am still there. When there is sleep going on, there are no thoughts in the mind. I am still there. I am still there when the dream thoughts are going on. I am still there when the waking thoughts are going on. So that means if I am always there in all the three states, I am always. I have never vanished. I have never become absent. So this one who I am, who is not absent, in him the Jeev Jagat Ishwar are appearing as thoughts by the force or power of Maya. So there are two ways to look at it. This is not given here. And what are the two ways? Either you accept Jeev Jagat Ishwar as all the expressions of that one reality, or if you take Adi Shankaracharya's way of looking, then I have to I have to go beyond the Jeev Jagat Ishwar. To dissolve the Jeev Jagat, this Triputi, I have to break down. I have to go back to the source. So for that, I cannot do anything about the world. It's so big. I can't handle every aspect of the world and say, I'm not that, I'm not that. Ishwara, I cannot do anything because Ishwara is greater than me. Then who is left? Jiva. Who is Jiva? I am considering myself Jiva. What is Jiva? Individual consciousness. What is individual consciousness? Consciousness identified with some idea that I am only this body. So I have to dissolve this idea that I am only this body and discover that I am the infinite. So you can only work on yourself. You cannot work on Ishvara. So those who are praying to Ishvara, you can seek his grace. No problems. But eventually that grace must appear as direct experience within. A doubt-free experience within. See? And where is this whole process taking place? Where is this whole taking? In your mind. Because your mind was multi-pointed, now your mind is becoming single-pointed. First, your mind was bhatkofying in the whole world, now it is coming back to the source. Whether you take Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Kriya Yoga, any yoga you take, all of them are bringing you back to the source. Whether you do the Shakti Upasana, that is also, that is what our Mayapanchakam is. So recognizing that this whole division is an apparent division. What is apparent? Appearing but actually not there. What do you call that which is appearing but not there? No. Oh, yes, mind also, but another word for it?
Illusion.
Maya is another word. Illusion is another word. Mithya is another word. But in English? No. Delusion means forgetfulness. Illusion means projection. Delusion means forgetfulness of the self. When you forget yourself, then you project, I am the body. That is illusion. Okay? So what is this? It is phenomena. You heard the word phenomena? What is the phenomena? That which appears but
Doesn't exist.
actually not there. Example, the waves. Example, the ornament. Example, what is that?
Rainbow.
The rainbow, the blueness of the sky, the mirage waters, all these are phenomena. All of them are seen, but you cannot drink the mirage waters. You see, but you cannot drink. You see the rainbow, but you cannot grasp it. You cannot take it home. You see the blueness of the sky, but you know there is no blue. The sky is having no color. You see the sunrise and sunset, but you know the sun doesn't rise, the sun doesn't set, earth is going around. But you are seeing it. So what is the way to get out of this? Can you stop Jeev Jagat Ishwar from appearing? Can you stop the mind from functioning? Can you stop the waking dream and deep sleep from happening? Can you? Then what are you going to do then? Pump, pranayam,
That is
and
the-
keep hitting the energy on your Mooladhar and उसके बाद क्या? उसके बाद क्या? Is there it's exhausting. Pranayam is exhausting. Yesterday they missed one session because they were all exhausted. So if in one weekend you have committed 4 sessions and out of that you do only 3, think. If you do Kundalini Abhyas, invoking the Shakti, it is exhausting. You will sweat, your body will ache. Is there an easier way? I'm asking. Do we have to go through this hard work of sitting there and doing Kunkuma Laksharchana to get the grace of the goddess?